After she ejected him and his daughter Marisa from her home, teen mom Jenelle Evans' husband, David Eason, plans to file for divorce. Exclusively, the U.S. Sun can reveal the incredible series of events that transpired in the days preceding David, 35, and Marisa, 16, receiving an order to vacate the North Carolina property of the former Teen Mom 2 star, affectionately referred to by fans as the land. According to a source, David has been staying on Jenelle's boat over the past week, but then on Monday, things began to get heated. 2 days ago, Jenelle started texting Marisa that since her father was no longer at the house, she could no longer live there either. "I've raised you since you were little, but now I have custody of Jace, and he's my priority," Jenelle allegedly texted Marisa, according to The Insider. The source claimed that she persisted in contacting the teenager, pushing her to go. Tuesday night at 9 p.m., Jenelle knocked on Marisa's bedroom door and said to her in person, "I really need you to find somewhere else to go. You need to leave your room key and go in the morning," claimed a source. According to The Insider, Marisa followed David's instructions and went to school on Wednesday morning, but Jenelle texted her nonstop. According to The Insider, Marisa ended up packing up her belongings and left after returning home from school. David is supposed to be filing for divorce sometime today. His plan is to get ahead of Jenelle filing, said a source. Representatives for Jenelle and David were contacted by the U.S. Sun for comments. Marisa was ejected from the house this week by Jenelle, as YouTuber LB originally reported. David is currently being charged with criminal assault by strangulation for attacking Jenelle's eldest son Jace, as the U.S. Sun first exclusively disclosed. A Child Protective Services investigation was launched following the alleged incident, and Jace was under CPS custody until last week when the case was abruptly closed and Jenelle was granted custody again. There is a no-contact order between David and Jace, according to multiple individuals who spoke with the U.S. Sun. Therefore, when Jenelle regained custody of the teen, there were concerns regarding David's plan to stay at home. After a grand jury indictment in January, David's case was upgraded to a felony, and he is currently awaiting his first hearing in Superior Court. Jenelle's spouse is charged with strangling Jace during a late September altercation. The father of 3 was first charged in October with misdemeanor child abuse. Following his indictment, he was further charged with criminal assault by strangulation. The director of Columbus County's Department of Social Services, which is in charge of the CPS section, declined to confirm or deny that the case was dropped in a statement to the U.S. Sun. The director said, "Not at this time," in response to more questions about when they would be able to verify that Jace's file was closed. "Not without my lawyer on our corner." Jenelle responded to CPS's dismissal on her TikTok after the news was reported by the U.S. Sun. The former adolescent Mom 2 star exclaimed, "So all allegations against me and my husband have been officially dropped," without addressing the felony prosecution her husband is still facing for allegedly beating the adolescent. "I had no intention of disclosing this information. Actually, I was just going to kind of make an ambiguous statement and keep it secret. But I have to be in charge of the story right now," she continued. On September 28, David is said to have violently abused Jenelle's oldest kid in front of a neighbor's house in North Carolina. Before Jace fled from his and Jenelle's custody a third time, the Teen Mom 2 star is said to have attacked him. According to the indictment from the grand jury, David used his hands to squeeze Jace's throat. The jurors for the state upon their oath present that on or about the date of offense shown and in the county named above, the defendant named above unlawfully, willfully, and feloniously did assault Jace and inflict physical injury, bruises about his neck by strangulation, using his hands to squeeze his throat, said the paperwork. According to the first misdemeanor court filing against David, which was made public by the U.S. Sun, David willingly harmed his stepson by leaving marks on his arm and neck. The accused, who was the child's parent and under 16 at the time, intentionally and unlawfully caused physical harm to Jace V. Evans. The physical injury inflicted caused marks on their right arm and left and right side of the neck, and was inflicted by other than accidental means, according to the court petition. Following the alleged event, Jace was placed under the custody of Child Protective Services. After the reported attack, Marisa was questioned by Child Protective Services, according to the original article from the U.S. Sun. Marisa has spoken to CPS by now, and it was supposed to be with Jenelle and David's lawyer present, a source said. Jenelle has also spoken to CPS twice about her daughter Ensley, who she has with David, and her son Kaiser, whom she shares with her ex-partner Nathan Griffith.